Today's Pokemon theory will be discussing how Oak is two people from different timelines. Not games, but rather the same exact timeline of the anime and how exactly this happened. Before I get into that, once again, I would like to thank my patrons for helping me support the show. For just $1, they have been seeing videos like this one day before anyone else. And the community shirt store still has some of the coolest t-shirts there are, ready to be worn for summer. I personally will be wearing the Orange Islands one myself. Now with that out of the way, sign in and get ready to comment below as we discuss how Oak became two people. How did Oak become two people, you might ask? How can someone be two people? This seems impossible, but what if I showed you that Oak is indeed two separate people? To begin, you need to know that it is highly likely, if not 100% accepted by the community, that Professor Oak used to be a champion. In the original games, Oak gets a message from the Elite Four, which adds to the question why they would even speak to him of all people since he was just a professor. He wasn't a gym leader or some type of trainer of other trainers. He was just a research professor that specialized in relationships between people and Pokemon. By this point, you might be saying, but Proto, this is schizophrenia, right? We're multiple personalities, right? Like Oak is crazy. That's what it is, right? And no, I assure you that I can at least get you to think for 1 minute that the events of both the games and the animes concerning on how Oak became a professor might be a little bit different than what you assume it is. In the film Pokemon Forever, Oak can be seen not only time traveling, but also as a competent trainer. Within this, we can infer that Oak met and knew about Johto Pokemon before he became a professor in Kanto. But why would he assume that there are only 150 Pokemon within the games and the anime? Remember, Oak thought it was impossible for Ash to have seen Ho-Oh. And while that might be plausible deniability, it does raise the question on how Oak never explained to Ash that there are more than 150 Pokemon, and the same with Red. In the past, Oak was the champion. Many people assume that he fought against Agatha, as Agatha references Oak in the Elite Four. She expresses that he used to be a competent trainer, and within the anime series, she reinforces this notion when speaking to Blue, and Blue also reinforces the notion that he wants nothing to do with his grandfather anymore because his grandfather isn't a competent trainer. At some point in time, Oak was that champion, but then changed. Perhaps Oak originally never encountered Celebi, and became a champion instead, and perhaps took the place of Lance as well. But because he encountered Celebi, this changed him into a completely different man. The trauma that occurred was when Oak was very young. While Oak never became a hero like Red, and never disbanded Team Rocket, when Oak had experienced the tragic death of Celebi, it was clear he wanted to focus on relationships of Pokemon instead of battling them. Within the anime, at the very least, this changed Oak from becoming a champion to becoming a researcher. This would split the timeline, where we see Oak the Professor created versus Oak the Champion. And to some extent, we could say that Oak the Professor became what he is in the anime, and Oak the Champion retired a professor within the games. Both Oaks are very similar, but one is clearly more detailed and different than the other one. And you can see this in Oak's grandson, Gary, who takes after him before his encounter with Celebi. It's not very surprising either, after seeing what the Dark Ball had done to several Pokemon within that movie. So ladies and gentlemen, Oak was two people, a champion, a professor. But once he met Celebi, his life changed forever, and he dedicated himself more to research than training and battling Pokemon. Do you think Oak was actually a retired champion in the anime? And if so, what league did he win? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Please like and share this video, and I've been your host, Protomario. I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, God bless, and thanks for watching.